Well, we're back from vacation, and, we're all doing our separate things. We thought. Sky and I went to Vegas.
Yep.
Thor ended up joining us in Vegas, which was crazy.
Yeah.
He was just there for 24 hours.
Pretty much.
I mean, it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
But apparently Thor was doing something else on his vacation that we didn't know. Thor went to a wedding, which is crazy during this time.
Yeah, I didn't know people were still having weddings.
It wasn't like a typical wedding. It was like literally, it was 12 people, all family except for me and my fiance. And it was it was one of those things where they just couldn't wait to get married. So they did it at their house.
Yeah.
It was outside in their backyard.
Yeah.
And
Well, I guess being at a wedding got the juices flowing.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Well, first, I need an update from you, Sky. We're in Vegas.
Yeah.
We ended up taking your daughter one night to have a sleepover at our room.
Yeah.
Did you take advantage of your alone time?
Yeah, that was, really the only thing my husband wanted out of this Vegas trip. His only goal in life was for us to have some alone Vegas time. And our alone date night was scheduled for the same exact night that Mr. Surprise shows up in Vegas. So the boo was very concerned that this was going to kill.
Is that why he didn't talk to me the whole time?
Yeah. He thought you were
ruining
you were cock blocking him.
I was cock blocking.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't even hang. We hung out. I saw you in the booth for literally a half hour.
Yeah. We ate some white rice and California rolls together.
And then you guys went one way and I went the other way.
Yeah. But he was very concerned because, we were going to do a couples dinner and da-da-da. But then when Thor came, and so I could already see my husband fucking
Spinning out.
Oh, yeah.
spinning the fuck out.
I show up to dinner. I'm like, hey, what's up, boo? And he goes, hey.
Oh.
I was like, fucking, what did I do?
Yeah.
You know?
But then he was fine once I explained to him, we're just having dinner with Thor, but
Yeah.
still all the after plans.
Yeah, Thor's not fucking us.
Yeah, no.
Not joining in?
No, I wasn't joining in.
Staying in our place?
No, I wasn't.
So,
How funny would it have been
What?
if you would have pranked him and been like, yeah, Thor couldn't get a room, so he's going to stay in our room. I hope that's cool.
oh,
Yeah.
the boo would have
God, that would have
loved it.
been so
Yeah.
Oh, he would have
funny.
he probably would have cried.
Yeah.
Honestly, that guy would have probably fucking cried. Yeah. So so our daughter went and did a legit sleepover in Eddie's hotel room with his kids, and then so the hubby and I hit the casino floor. We did some gambling, aka giving us some time to get our drinks on.
And then he hit that ass, huh?
Yeah.
Turn it up?
We're being one of those annoying couples at the slot machines with two chair, with the bench seat. There's some slot machines that two people can. Yeah, so we're being
You
that
have
annoying.
to be that
Yeah.
close?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's creepy.
Remember, they get off on touching. They don't kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right. And drink. Went back to the hotel room. I know stuff happened. Don't know all the stuff
I'm
that
sorry.
happened.
We're a little blacked out?
A little bit.
Did you bring...
The details are a little fuzzy.
Did you bring some Vegas lingerie?
I did.
Oh.
Yes.
Did you fit into him?
That's fucked up.
I don't know why you're
my
saying
God.
that. You had some issues
Oh
with
my
your wardrobe.
God.
Fucked up.
Hold on. Did you or did you not have issues with your wardrobe in Vegas?
I can't believe you brought that up.
That is a best friend fucking violation
no!
of all violations.
No, I'm just asking a question because I wasn't sure.
So maybe I went to put my mom shorts on one day and went into Eddie and his wife's room crying because they wouldn't fit.
Your mom shorts?
My mom shorts, out of all the fucking shorts.
Sometimes God does for you can't do for yourself, though. And we need you to get rid of those mom shorts.
Oh, is that
And I
it?
thought
Yeah.
all mom shorts had like an elastic waistband.
Yeah.
They need it. They clearly fucking need it,
For the
okay?
fupa.
Oh, yeah. Especially during a pandemic, we need that elastic waistband.
So then I think my question was valid. about the lingerie.
We weren't going to tell anybody that I couldn't fit into my fucking mom
Oh,
shorts.
yeah,
That
I
was
didn't know we had that
a
agreement.
little thing between us.
I didn't know we had that agreement.
As I'm crying.
Now I feel terrible.
Oh, do you?
Now I feel
Do
terrible.
you?
Then don't tell me about the lingerie.
Shut up. Well, luckily for everybody
It was extra large.
involved, it was a stretchy material.
Yeah,
Okay.
lingerie is usually stretchy.
very
That's true.
stretchy,
You know?
very stretchy. So lingerie
Holes
was
are coming out of the lace on the
okay.
inside.
We don't need. There was no
Hot.
fat coming out
Okay,
of holes.
okay.
So we enjoyed ourselves. We enjoyed each other. We enjoyed.
Did he blow up like
Lots-
the Bellagio fountain
Yes.
every 30
Everywhere.
seconds?
Seriously.
Well, good for him. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
yeah,
I'm
so-
happy I can contribute again to your sexual
Yes, thank
activity.
you.
So true and so fucking creepy.
Thank you, Eddie.
Very
Thank you
creepy.
very
Preach,
much.
preach.
But that's child's play
Oh, really?
compared
Right.
to what my friend over here
Oh.
was doing. Hooker in Vegas or
No, I did have a hooker hit on me a bunch of times.
Oh, really?
The same one. I felt really bad at one point. I was like, oh, man.
Do you just say no, or do you say
For
no?
her, you felt bad for?
Yeah, because so she walked up to me and she's like, hey, handsome.
Here we go.
And I went.
She
and
goes skinny.
Ooh, you would have loved that.
That's the way to his heart,
Oh,
man.
yeah, it is.
fuck yeah.
You want that
No,
dollar?
she
You
went
want
to
that dollar?
she went to grab my arm and I went, nope.
Was
And then I just
this
kept.
on the strip?
Yeah, it was on the
'Cause
strip.
I wasn't with you during this
Yeah,
time.
it was like what night was I there? Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So it was Wednesday night, and I just was like, nope. And then I kept
Aw.
passing her because I went from Paris to Planet Hollywood, and I walked back back and forth 3 times, and I saw her all 3 times, and the 3rd time I was like, oh god, like she was haggard,
Oh,
and I was like, oh no,
Aw.
didn't help her or anything.
No.
I just kept walking, but still, I felt bad.
So this didn't happen in Vegas.
no, it didn't happen in Vegas. It happened
couldn't,
pre-Vegas.
couldn't be at the wedding because you were at a wedding.
All right.
Now, before you answer me,
Oh,
both Sky and I thought to ourselves when we heard you were coming,
Oh,
What?
yeah.
we weren't sure if you were bringing Haley or not.
Right.
And so when we found out you were rolling solo, we both were very thankful
Yes.
because we thought if you brought Haley, the chances of you guys getting crazy
Yeah.
and going and getting hitched in Vegas
yeah.
were high.
Very high.
I agree.
Yeah.
And because you
Agreed.
guys are crazy like that.
Yes.
But the thing that I was saying, if he does do something like that, your fucking mom would
Oh.
never talk to you
Oh, yeah.
ever again.
No, she
and I
couldn't.
would beg you not to do it
Yeah.
because I knew it would be bad.
Yeah, that would have put a lot of pressure on us that
yeah.
we didn't need.
My fiance, I tried to convince her to go. She couldn't go because of work, and she has school too. She has to write papers, so she couldn't go. But that was definitely a thought because she wants to
No.
get married. She's
You
one
guys
of those.
can't do
She's one of
that.
these
Wants to
idiots.
get it done.
Stop
She's
it.
one of these idiots
Okay.
where she just wants to do is start our lives, blah 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 blah, whatever.
Yeah, a wedding isn't something you just want to get it over with.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people
So-
wait like a decade.
Yeah,
get married.
yeah,
Some
that's
do.
the
You know?
way. You know, some of us like to do that.
You like to
yeah.
savor the
yeah,
moment.
you savor that engagement.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want it to end.
Oh.
You
That-
know?
that's stupid.
That's
Once
so
you're married, it's like, oh, boring.
Totally.
Hey.
Now we're married.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, my fiance just wants to get it over with.
All right.
yeah, so we talked a lot of shit behind your back about how
No,
that
there
would
was
have
no
been.
talking shit, Scott.
Okay,
It was
okay.
more like,
We were
hey,
talking
listen, I'm
about it.
concerned if he shows up with Haley, they're gonna get married.
Yeah.
I did
No,
say at one
seriously.
point, you know, if we get married in Vegas, it'd be weird that Eddie and Sky were there because they'd be the only people there.
Yeah,
Dude.
that kind of would have been
Here we
awesome.
go.
That would have been
Here we
awesome.
go.
That didn't happen.
I'm glad.
So, but my fiance did have wedding fever because in the last month and a half, she's gone to 2 weddings and 2 of her closest friends. But her closest friend, who's like her sister, got married. They were supposed to get married on October 10th in North Carolina. That whole thing got canceled. And then they wind up getting married. They've been together forever. They wanted to do a small ceremony because her family lives in Irvine. So they drove down to Carlsbad, where her friend and her fiance live. And it was, like I said, it was 12 people. It was outside. There was no dancing. There was no buffet.
Lame.
Yeah, it was very.
sucks.
It
Open
was.
bar.
What's the point?
I don't know.
They did have drinks for people, but it wasn't a wedding. It was just like a hey, we're just doing this. And he
just
was
do the ceremony to do the ceremony, and that's it.
yeah. And then
But I don't
they
get
were
it.
they were gonna have like because they're Persian, so they're gonna have a massive wedding when this is all over. But they wanted to get married because they wanted to get married, and because once they get married, she can get on his insurance because she doesn't have insurance.
Okay,
So they
there
were
it
just
is.
waiting, and that was the day they wanted to get married. Anyway, so that was
They want
planned.
10-10, huh?
They were going 10-10.
I get you.
They were going 10-10.
7-7. I get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they did it. Whatever.
Okay.
And so I met them in Carlsbad because my fiance got out there super early, and it was fine. And Haley had a few
Sounds pretty
drinks.
enthusiastic
Yeah, like, what-
about the
what-
wedding.
It was fine. It was just
fine.
No, it was great. I love her best friend. She's great. He's a nice guy.
Great.
But it was just like once they got married, we kind of just sat there and just hung out.
Is there music on?
No.
Are we talking?
Well, there was music, but there was no dancing or anything like
Yeah.
that. It wasn't.
There's no food. There's dinner.
Is there a meal?
There was a meal, but it wasn't like a buffet
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything like
We got
that.
like
Yeah.
heavy apps?
No.
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 You can't walk around with a tray.
You
Well,
can't.
I thought like they'd
Fucking
be
It wasn't
placed
insane.
out. I thought they'd be
It wasn't
placed
catered by
out.
anybody. They just made some food.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't catered
Like
by anybody.
Totino's Pizza Rolls?
No, like they had some Persian restaurant, I think.
So it was catered.
So it was actually
no, but I
catered
wouldn't
by
say
someone.
I would no, I
What?
wouldn't say catered. I would say like they just ordered it and
Like
then
a
went to pick.
takeout.
Yeah, it was like a takeout thing. It wasn't like the place showed up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was very, very tiny,
Minimal.
and it was kind of last minute because like for the last 2 weeks, my fiance's been talking to her. Are you going to do this? Or you're not going to do this? That was the day they're supposed to get married, and then like a week before it happened, she's like, "Hey, we're going to do it." So like it was kind of like
Okay.
So it was like I don't know 6 o'clock. Sun goes down at like 6:30, right? So
Yeah.
of course my fiance had to go watch the sunset because they live right by the water in Carlsbad.
Oh,
What?
okay.
So she
You're at
had
a
to.
wedding.
So she had to go watch the sunset.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was feeling it. Haley was feeling it. And they live about 3 blocks from the beach. You know where those trails are in Carlsbad, right by the coaster?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
So
Now,
I'm walking them like nonstop.
Eddie's
Yeah.
on those trails
I've
all
seen
the
you there
time.
before.
I raced the coaster.
Yep,
You
that's it. It's
raced
not
the
safe.
coaster.
We don't recommend that. Not safe.
so
I'm on
oh,
the trail. I'm not like going
I
anywhere
know, but,
near the
but
coaster
some
You ever
people
beat
get
it?
crazy.
all the time.
All the time. You
well,
beat it.
it's you have to walk about 3 blocks and then you have to walk on the trail to get and then walk straight down the steep hill to get to the coaster track area.
To see the
The
ocean.
whole time we're walking, this is my fiance. She had no shoes or socks on the whole time.
What the fuck?
Now, is this before or after the vows?
Way after.
Okay, so
Way after.
okay, the vows.
Yeah,
have been
vows were at like
done. Okay,
1:15. This is at like 6.
Oh wow.
So they've been there like 5 hours.
Nothing's
Oh.
going on.
And nothing's
So
going on.
so this is why you're okay with the idea of taking the 3-block walk because
I just want to get the fuck out of
nothing's
there.
going on. Yeah,
Yeah, I need a break, man.
Uh-huh.
And we're walking,
Yeah.
and I know that Haley's feeling it. You have her best friend getting married. She already cried.
Oh.
It was the sunset,
Oh.
which is the greatest thing in life to her.
If you know it
And-
happens every day.
Yeah, you know it
Yeah.
happens every
Yeah.
day. It's
Every
the best
Yeah,
thing ever.
It's beautiful.
And we go down the hill,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes, "You want a blowjob?"
Dude,
Does she
excuse-
have to
hold on.
say it like that?
Hold on.
That's exactly how she said it.
Excuse
That's
me?
exactly how she said
I
it.
mean, we're Sky. They're in public. I don't
Yeah.
like. We're
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you
are you
know.
caught off guard by this, or are you expecting this to come?
I let me backtrack. She said you want a blowjob before we even walk down the hill.
Wow.
So there's the trail,
like
and
on
then
the
there's
coaster tracks.
before we even got to the coaster tracks.
Like you're in the residential area
I'm
still?
in the residential area of the trail. I'm not fucking kidding you.
Go.
I'm not
You get
kidding you.
arrested.
We're in
hide,
the-
hide behind that garbage can.
we're in the
Hot.
we're in the residential area of the trail. There's a house right on the corner, and there's like this little area that you can kind of sit down on. But I'm like, Haley, she goes, just sit here. And I go, Haley, you could see if you're looking out the window of that house, I could see right into that house. They're gonna see us, and people are gonna walk by. She goes, no, they won't. Just do it. And I go, no.
It was like super nice and warm and
Yeah,
like
it was, and it was
sunset.
6:15.
People-
It was
He wants that
6:15.
dick that
We
bad.
literally had just passed somebody walking down the trail. Yeah. So they completely would have seen us.
Yeah, that's insane.
So then we go. So then we go. She was drunk.
Yeah.
She wasn't like sky drunk, but she was drunk.
Right.
And then so then we walk down the steep hill, and then we go into this little area next to where the train tracks are, where it was kind of like a little pocket of woods and stuff, right?
Like where the homeless people sleep?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, just making
And then
sure.
we look
It's an
over.
encampment.
Yeah,
so
that's
then,
what
so
it
then,
sounds
so then I unbuckle and we start doing our thing. But then I look over to the left, and literally 50 feet away, there's like teenagers jumping off like
no.
the bridge into the water.
Oh God. Thor.
And I go, Haley, they're gonna see us, and she goes, "Who cares?" And I go, "I do, I do."
Oh, she's
Oh my
feeling
God.
it. Wow.
So then she's like, "Would you want me just to bend over?" And I go,
Excuse me.
like that makes it less conspicuous or something.
so I go, okay. So
You got
then
a
I
dress
go,
on?
so what? Yeah,
have
she
a
had a
dress-
dress on.
okay.
So then I go, okay. So she is like above me, and she just bends over, and then I'm like below her, trying, and I keep slipping on like these leaves.
Oh, no.
So I almost fall like 3 times, and I go, I can't do this.
Oh boy.
So
You're
now,
not skilled for
well, I'm
this.
not skilled. I hear these
No.
kids yelling and screaming, jumping off the bridge into the water.
Geronimo!
Seriously. So then I put her on my back because she has no shoes on.
What?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've
In
ever
a
heard in my life.
sexual way or a non-sexual
No, like
way?
she piggybacked.
Oh, piggyback.
She
So
does
now
on my
we're
back.
just doing so
'Cause-
we've done a blowjob, a little bit of insertion, and now
It
we're
was
just
really
going
hard.
to
I
do
was trying to-
a
Yeah.
piggyback.
That's the natural progression.
Wait a second. here.
what?
Wait.
What, Eddie?
He said, I put her on my back, and you go, in a non-sexual way?
Well, I
What way, with her being on his back, is going to be sexual?
Yeah, I don't understand
I
how
don't
that
know.
was
What would be
sexual.
going on there? Because, I
Nothing.
mean,
I don't
But
know.
normally, if we're doing a blowjob, intercourse, we're still doing sexual
Well, no,
shit.
but
so
what,
it
what
makes
in your mind do you think is sexual about that?
I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
But all I know
Okay.
is doing a normal piggyback ride doesn't make sense. So there's
Okay.
clearly something I'm fucking missing, right?
A lot. There's a lot.
there's a
Well,
lot.
obviously, I zipped up. We had a whole conversation about how I can't do this here. Let me find another spot. She's massively annoyed at me at this point.
Oh, she's
wow.
mad.
Really?
She's mad. She gets very mad when she
I-
doesn't get her way when she's drunk.
When she gets mad like that, I envision Defiant Emily. The like, fuck, I don't fucking care. Is it kind of like that?
It's more of like she gets like, fine, do whatever you want. I don't fuck like. She
Yeah,
gets,
yeah, why not?
but it's not like. But like it's more even more like
Oh, a little more bitchy?
bitchy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more bitchy. It's
Okay.
more bitchy.
Okay. All right.
Like
That's going to make you feel better.
so
Emily?
good right now. I'm fucking loving this.
Yeah, and
like
it's
that.
more. You know, it's more frustration. She's frustrated because she wants to fuck, and I'm like, I'm surprised she didn't call me a pussy.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want
surprised.
you to get mad at me. That's
No.
where I would
That's
go
what
with
she
it.
would-
I'm just
'Cause
like-
I'm thinking the way I'd be. I'd
You
be
go-
like, you fucking pussy. Come on, do it.
God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What you got to understand is the spot we were at, she was above me, bending over. So I'm on like my tippy toes, trying not to slip and fall backwards while trying to go up. You know how hard it is
Yeah.
to do that?
You don't have
it's
to
not
defend it,
comfortable.
bro. Like, I know Emily would have called you a pussy, but you don't have to defend it. Like,
Yeah, you're in the middle of the public space.
I don't think
I don't think
to
this is kind of
justify
crazy.
that.
So we want to walk over the train tracks. Train tracks surrounded by rocks. She has no shoes on.
Oh, God.
I'm like, why the fuck do you have no shoes on? We walked like 3 blocks.
Yeah.
So I put her on my back. We walk over the train tracks, and then I start looking around for a spot. I find a spot, and it's kind of like a spot where like when it rains, like a sewer spot where the water goes down.
Ew.
Storm drain.
It's a storm drain.
Oh,
But we
fuck,
don't
yeah.
go. We don't go in
Yeah.
the storm
Fucking
drain.
in.
No, we don't
storm
go.
drains?
We don't go in the
Sewer
storm
plants.
drain.
Fucking swamp thing comes
Yeah.
walking out
God,
of there. What you
dude.
doing?
Yeah, right?
We don't go in the storm drain.
Uh-huh.
But so she.
You're standing in the algae, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
in
it's
the
just dirt.
shit.
It's
Yeah,
just dirt.
yeah, yeah.
And then I look, and you could kind of see if you're walking the trail
Oh, God.
and you just look up, look down a little bit, you could totally see us. But at this point, I'm like,
Is it
kinda-
darker now?
No,
Okay.
it's it's like 6:20.
oh,
Wow.
no.
And I'm just like, fuck it at this point.
Oh, you're
So she
over it.
bends over. She bends over, and I know she's drunk because she just throws her cell phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? Whatever. And then, like, she bends over. I go for it, and we start banging right there. And I'm thinking, if anybody, I'm like, while we're having sex, I'm thinking, if somebody sees this, they're going to whip out the camera. We're going to be
Oh,
all
yeah.
over.
Dude,
it.
100%.
Oh,
I'm going to be on
yeah.
Barstool. But I'm like, whatever. They're not going to see my face. They're going to see the back of my head and my great ass.
Is she making noise?
A little bit,
Yeah.
but not like going crazy because,
Right.
like I said, about 150 feet away,
Oh my
there's people
God.
jumping off into a thing. But because it was, we were outside, it was exciting. It finished in like a couple minutes.
Oh, you finished.
So normal.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah.
So nothing
Yeah.
nothing fancy.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then like it
And
was
then you
definitely
wash your dick in the storm drain?
no,